My name is Adubo Diana. I'm a branch coordinator with DIG, specifically for Gulu branch office. During home visits, we empower our participants with hands-on social and technical skills that will enable them multiply their livelihoods or enterprises that they are undertaking. For example, for this particular household, their livelihood is cow rearing. With these kind of skills, hands-on social and technical skills, they will be able to manage and take proper care of their enterprises, thus multiplying the monetary value of these assets or even improve them. During these home visits, we also do home coaching.
The first thing you do, you come and greet the family member. When they welcome you, you sit down, you involve all the family members and you discuss the topic for the month. But if there's some specific condition that is alarming, then you, after talking the topic of the month, then you go and tackle the other specific condition. During this dry season, we encourage them to put on kitchen garden to balance their diet. And after, you ask for the participant handbook, you update it, you check on the condition of the animal or the asset you have given them. In case if there's, like the animal is not feeling fine or there's some infection, you advise them to go to the veterinary doctor in case it is serious.
And during home coaching, we give them life skill topics, for example, family planning, water hygiene and sanitation. These life skill topics enable them to improve on their daily lives. During these home visits, we also empower our participants, we empower their mindsets that will enable them actually have a vision and dream. We give them affirmations that they can actually strive from poverty to a better life.
Okay.
Some of my best roles. One is to offer technical guidance on animal production and management. Second is to ensure and do animal monitoring. The third one is actually to offer treatment to these animals. As you got us this morning, we are actually preparing to offer treatment to some of our animals brought here for participants. We do this basically before we give them to the participants, just to avoid any deaths and also to ensure that good and clean flocks are given actually to the participants. We'll be doing it together with my colleague. Mbava's Jacqueline will be helping me through the session. These are the animals which have been brought to our participants, and we first going to showcase how we do the checkups, just to make sure that they are really fit for the participants. For the age, we basically check the teeth. This will tell us the age of this goat. Now this one is already above 1 year. That means that this one is already fit for breeding. It's already within the breeding range and basically good for our participants. We can also check the teeth just to make sure that they are true and they are in good position and state. We check the skin too. We check for ectoparasites. They are really common, basically ticks. They are mostly common in the ears and then between the legs and also down the neck. For that case, for the ectoparasites, of course we'll do the spraying, and then for the endoparasites we'll give the dewormer. Now since I've really checked this, I will start by giving a dewormer. On the instruction, this goat is supposed to at least take 20 mils of the drug. Open and then give it. So that's for deworming. So we are done with deworming. This is the antibiotic I'm going to use, and according to the instructions I'll get the right dosage. Yeah. Then after later, we'll be spraying these animals, and we'll do the same procedure for all these animals, just to clean the floor.
Chalo mamegi maber. Obubedo tich mamegi dok kachala mamegi. Meneno ni giti maber kape omoma chi duoko lok dat. Lok machel tiene ngo. Yen pe di logo Jimmy eni. Kigero moma ka kigien gang. Di duoko en jigi makini.
VSLA is Village Savings and Loans Association. We have this particular activity so that we can help to support our participants in instilling a savings culture so that they can track their savings. When they track their savings, it will help them even after the lifetime of the project.
So here we are in Agung village, Bunyama sub-county, and here we are having a group. We are going to show you how they are saving because we have already trained them.
Có bỏ buộc ran chào cho những đàn đồng mano đồng chào bolo bebe nên bolo bebe tum thì quan cái caro con pen đã cái chào luồng những đàn thì cùng lem thế nên luồng những đàn thì cùng lem thì chào bolo cùng lem
bol go big. Mama man.
Cái bồ tum cháu nè nó trên một đôi ta cái cha cái quan cái mẹ cũng trên mà đông cái bồ mà nhon này các cái ribu quên cháu nè nó ngờ mẹ đam cái nào cái cọ đam mà đông trên này Ramadan nó quay bữa làm nó đông thì cái chăn được quan những group này nhớ có bơi cài a gun group.
Project participants are able to get small loans that can help them to start small businesses, and in small businesses they are able to accumulate finance, and when they accumulate finance their income increases, and in turns they have different sources of income. Through VSLA also participants are able to get empowered through the togetherness they have, and it builds on their social capital and also network. In VSLA we give room also for community members to join, for those who would wish to join, so meaning that we don't only empower our participants, we empower the entire community through the VSLA.
Victor Alochi, an occupational therapist from Humanity and Inclusion.
I'm Justus Muhwezi, physiotherapist, Humanity and Inclusion. This was the second follow-up visit on our client. He's called Lina Iro, a 51 years old male from Kichobujingo village in Boyale sub-county, Kiriandongo district. He was involved in a road traffic accident in which he was knocked by a motorcycle, and he sustained a strain injury to his ankle, and he went to a hospital in Masindi district, but from the treatment he got, he did not access rehabilitation service. So the rehabilitation team assessed him last year in December, and we realized that he has difficulties in walking, difficulties in squatting on the toilet, difficulty in bathing. As you continue doing it and your muscles stretch, the pain will reduce. Okay. So we are going to practice this. Okay. So we roll the knee to one side. When you feel a lot of pain, you let me know. For bending and straightening the ankle joint. So how do you feel after doing this exercise?
So enuwe dumira chel ne mawanyuti nyebe ditem. So iwinjere nyine di idaro katemo.
Gine ene ka wadaro katemo wai.
After
awinyo gine ene,
I feel the joint like it's not heavy.
Okay. Okay. So you're doing it well, and I will encourage you to continue doing like that. He went to a hospital in Masindi district, but from the treatment he got, he did not access rehabilitation service. So the rehabilitation team assessed him last year in December, and we realized that he has difficulties in walking, difficulties in squatting on the toilet, difficulty in bathing, and also difficulty in moving around the home because of the weakness of the leg and instability of the ankle joint. So the rehabilitation team planned to give him several physiotherapy sessions and occupational therapy sessions to help improve his strength for the leg, and also to provide him a walking cane that will support him in walking around the home and the community, because the first time the assessment was done, it was found that the walking cane which he's having is not appropriate for him, and also because of the challenges he has with the leg, his gait pattern has changed, and this is presenting him other complications like back pain and also joint pains like hip joint pain. So this is our second visit, and we hope that with the subsequent visits he will be able to improve, and when we provide him a walking cane, his gait will improve and his participation in the community will improve. So today we have been doing our second visit, and we hope that he will be able to continue carrying on the home exercise program that we have given him, because he's a cooperative client.
So we hope that with subsequent sessions he will benefit from rehabilitation, and in the occupational therapy perspective we're also looking at enabling him to be able to participate independently in activities of daily living, such as among the plans that we have is to adapt his bathroom, to adapt his doorway, the entrance of the doorway into his house, such that he is a bit more independent. Just like what was done on the entrance to the asset house, this is much better than the doorway to the entrance. He is able to use the doorway to the asset house without much difficulty compared to what he goes through while accessing his house. So we hope that with subsequent adaptations he is going to benefit, and he will have an easier way of doing things independently. This is Mr. Akera Justin from Kichwabujingo village, Boyale sub-county, Kiriadongo district. What we are doing here basically is to adapt the bathroom in order to aid his independence while doing self-care activities like bathing. We hope also in the subsequent times we shall be able to adapt the bathroom, because he has a challenge of the knees, he has arthritis, and he cannot bend, he can't squat because of the pain that he's going through. So we hope that by adapting the bathroom and the toilet, he is going to be able to participate in activities of daily living more independently. So in our adaptations, we have tried to set up the place by putting the four poles, and we shall put this one here. We shall put this one here. And we are going to put just one more here and here, such that the basin can sit on well. The aim is that if he is taking a shower in our local setting, the basin is always down, and that makes it very hard for a person especially like him. Thank you. In the local setting, the basin is always down as the person is taking a shower. So with this problem, the knees and the back, he finds it hard as he is pouring this water on himself using the basin. That's why we have decided that we use the basin and we put it up to sit on our adapted platform, such that he is taking a shower, he will be able to just stand instead of too much bending, which causes pain to his back. So he will be just standing and take the shower, and that is more convenient for him than when the basin is down. We are so happy for the program of disability inclusive graduation We believe that it's a program that is helping many from already what we've heard from the community and from the participants themselves. We thank you. This is a challenge that he has developed over time. He wasn't like this. He was a lorry driver, a car driver. But when he started developing this pain, and it caused him challenge that even his driving was affected. He couldn't now operate the car well, so he had to stop using that. He had to stop driving and came and sat home. And from that time, the pain has increasingly continued to happen, and the leg has continued getting a disability. The deformity has over the years, about 5, 7, 8 years ago, since this started, now this is how far the legs have become, and that is why we are trying to make these adaptations to enable him be able to participate independently and probably go back to his work.
Call me Nancy Ayugi. I'm a physiotherapist working for the DIG project, Gulu branch office. Here in this home we are with Scovia. Scovia is a young lady of 20 years old. She is a case of spina bifida post-operative and also had hydrocephalus. She was identified through the DIG baseline survey, and we are here at her home to do an assessment for her. She is paralyzed from below the waist and is unable to walk by herself, so she needs care of her caregiver. Everything is being done for her because she can't walk by herself. Scovia received a wheelchair some years back, but it is old and worn out, as you can see in the background. It's not meeting her need, and it's not the right choice for her condition. That's why we have come to do an assessment for her so that we can make a right fitting for a wheelchair that meets her need, and then also the environment where she's living to enable her to do activities with the minimal support from the caregiver and let her be independent as much as possible. Since with the project, we would also like to see her prosper and be able to participate more actively than she was before. So we have taken a measurement for her wheelchair. It will be taken to the workshop, and from the workshop, when it's done, they'll bring it back to Gulu office. We shall do the assembling from this home and then give it to her for her use after doing the fitting and seeing that it fits her well and it's appropriate for her for use. Thank you.
My name is called Nseko Arthur William. I work with humanity and inclusion as an occupational therapist. As you may have seen, we have just done a wheelchair assessment for one of the beneficiaries of BIG here, whom we got through the area BC of Gulu. Our first aim for her as a treatment goal has been to get a wheelchair to improve mobility, and we believe that when we get this wheelchair, a brand new one, she will be able to participate fully in the livelihood activity that she will be undertaking very soon. Our next step after the assessment, we shall deliver the measurements to the right people to make sure that a wheelchair is procured, which wheelchair shall be fitted fully. She will be trained on how to use it, especially linking the wheelchair to the performance of the livelihood activity she's going to be choosing. We are also looking forward to linking her to safety nets especially Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus Center in Gulu, to make sure that her linking problem, bowel and urine incontinence, is covered. And we also hope that we shall give a commode seat, which she will help her to perform CIC, clean intermittent catheterization, to live a meaningful life. Thank you very much.
I'm called Nakula Zawadi Jingo, Project Assistant, National Union of Women with Disabilities of Uganda. I'm based here in Gulu under the DIG project. During my time of activity implementation, I came across a number of cases that needed justice. And one of the cases I came across was a case of a deaf girl who was defiled by a man, an immediate neighbor. And he knew this door is too weak, anyone can just push and you just enter. So one night, he came, opened the door, the girl was sleeping, and insulted her, raped her.
I used to help the perpetrators washing the clothes, and he always give me money for washing the clothes. But at night, always come to ask me for sex, but I refuse. But he insists and started forcing me into sex. After having sex with me, he gave me 2,000 and he tell me to keep quiet, not to tell anybody. So he keep on repeating it several times, and when people are asleep, that is at night, and he used live sex without any protections. The LC1 and the rest and the member took the issue to the disability leaders, and then they took the issue to the police. Then that is when they came home here and arrested him.
We came in with the law enforcers, the police officers. After reporting the issue, came and picked the perpetrator, and as he was picked, was taken in. From there was taken to court. From court he was taken to remand. And as per that, we had been trying our best to coordinate with the hand that can come into op, such that the manpower gets to be enough. That's how we moved and met Zawadi, where we discussed a lot, and she came in to give some assistance here and there.
And we as NWODU, as National Union of Women with Disabilities, we want to see justice prevail in the life of this innocent young woman with a disability.